Everything is kind of meh was a song sung in the netherworld by Boy Inferno, a deceased boy band who, through some clerical contractual arrangement, are the group that you hear singing to you about the fact that you've died when you reach the netherworld. They're the welcoming committee, and they do it in song. Their plane crashed. They all died in a blazing inferno, ironically, and they every single person that dies, they got to sing this song just to basically welcome to the netherworld. This is what to expect here. And when I first wrote this song, as you'll hear in the demo, I kind of had like a kind of a Nas sort of like, the mean streets, cyclone fences, fires in bins, people warming their hands, kind of that kind of, a gritty urban kind of world. It became a lot more sort of pop boy band. This is supposed to be a little dirtier and darker, like we're from the streets, but everything's kind of not great. That was sort of the original joke. Now, to say that Boy Inferno and everything is kind of meh got a mixed response in Washington, D.C. Would be an understatement. People either really love this song or they absolutely fucking hated it. So yeah, this is the problem with polarizing songs. What do you do with a polarizing song when half people are like, this is the best, and other people are like, this is the worst, and what do? Do you cut that and you replace it with something that it just sort of doesn't offend anyone but isn't that exciting to anyone? It's kind of a hard decision. But ultimately, we kind of felt like we were sort of saying that the most contemporary relevant way we could discuss this moment of the show was with a boy band, which wasn't kind of retro enough to make sense. It sort of felt like that was what we thought contemporary was. Whereas I grew up with boy bands. I mean, I just think the idea of being sung to when you die by a boy band is funny. The boy bands of the late 90s and the early noughties, I was into them in a big way. So I wanted to kind of pastiche that, but it wasn't right. Also, we weren't seeing the characters we wanted to see in the netherworld. The characters from the film that are so enjoyable weren't there. But anyway, we did this in Washington, D.C. It was super fun for about half the audience, half the time. Everything is kind of meh.